Hello, and welcome back to Belmont Bunch. Today we are going to be talking about the Central Division jerseys and uniforms in general. This is Nick. We're going to be talking about the Central. Let's get right into it. We've got the Chicago Blackhawks, one of the most iconic uniforms in the league.
Original six.
A team that has recently, not super recently, but in the past decade, really brought that pedigree back.
Yeah,
to
dynasty.
About the closest you'll get to a dynasty nowadays. I would consider a dynasty.
No.
Because teams don't win more than back-to-back anymore. So, let's start with the striping. It's the most obvious thing on the home uniform. Love it to death. I love the fact that it goes straight into the pants and that it doesn't go back to the red. I love the right amount of striping. I feel like on the on the arms, and then to make sure the shoulders are not boring and empty, you've got the very cool alternate logo. And I think it's also very, very impressive. And I think you'd agree with me on this. We've had problems with teams with offensive logos before. The Chicago Blackhawks appear to have done it very, very well. They've never. Well, I won't say they've never, but in the time I've been watching hockey, nobody's really complained about it because it appears very like a lot of love went into it. You know?
Yeah, I think there was one insanely slight detail changed a while back where instead of the smile, like the little line used to just be straight, and now it's more of a smile.
He's a little bit happy.
Little smile.
A little soft smile.
But yeah. Honestly, not much to say about these that you haven't said and that everyone knows. Like, they're timeless. I mean, they've had alternates in the past, like black.
Yeah.
I'd be more than fine with a black alternate coming back.
This is not showing it here for some reason, but they did have a black that they wore this year. The black and white. I'm going to see if I can pull that up.
I can't think about what it looks like.
So it says Winter Classic. It says Winter
these.
Classic, but it's not. I don't think because they wore it outside of the Winter Classic, but I guess it counts.
But they
as
originally debuted it as Winter Classic.
And I think we differed on this a little bit. I am not that big a fan of just the black and white. I understand it can look clean, but I would say if you wanted it to look clean, I think the logo probably it's a little bit scrunched. They've got the whole word mark in there. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what I would have done with that. I probably would have just done the old black jersey that has a little bit of red on the sleeve, a little bit of white, and the normal logo.
This is what they used to wear.
Yeah. And I think as a recreation, it's cool. But you have more to say about it.
For some reason, I think I just love these. Especially, I saw them in person. I was very close to buying it, but they only had, gigantic sizes. But I personally just think these are sick. They look really good on TV. They look even better in person. And they're I think they're clean. And I don't know. They're great jerseys.
All right. Cool. So that is the Chicago Blackhawks. Not a lot to say. Their away is also very, very timeless.
I think if anything I'd probably get the alternate.
So now we've got the Colorado Avalanche, who had 4 different jerseys this year. 3 of them we've got here, and then the stadium jersey. So let's start home. Like that they brought back kind of the the Sakic era, almost like a mountain peak in the coloring. They have one of the most creative ways of making sure that they've got all their colors front and center. The blue is a big part of their home, even though it's their tertiary color, and their away is one of my favorite aways. I actually do think I'd like to see them experiment with non-black pants for the home and away, because they've got, I think there's an opportunity to maybe try some blue pants with the home. Obviously, the tough part is it would bleed right into the bottom of the jersey. So I understand there's an issue there. Maybe you go with burgundy pants. I don't know.
Too much.
Too much. The normal alternate. So we're not talking about the maligned stadium jersey yet. I like a lot. It pays homage to the Colorado Rockies. It's got the kind of a darker blue that I enjoy. It's still got the burgundy involved prominently on the sleeves. And the away, one of those
state flag on the shoulder.
State flag on the shoulder. Good point. Really cool. They do a good job also of covering the shoulders, kind of like my Winnipeg jersey here, with some good alternate logos to keep that going. But the state flag they already have is very cool as well, and they do a great job on the away jersey of having plenty of color.
Yeah. I personally I love the black pants and helmet. For some reason, it pops and it looks really well with their uniforms. The alternates, I'm not crazy about. I think they're nice. I think the logo is just like bizarre to me.
It's kind of similar to the Islanders. The Islanders alternate, the white shoulders.
They're okay. Their home and away are fantastic, and I think what makes these jerseys so great and so creative is the colors. Like, what other team is even close to these colors? Like, it's a nice change of pace from red and white and blue.
Yeah.
Like, these are just very out there colors.
Burgundy and like a type of blue
it's
you don't see.
It's such a weird type of blue.
Yeah.
And it just works perfectly. And they should never change these. And now we're going to talk about the Stadium Series.
The Stadium Series, also known as my favorite stadium jersey, I think, of this year. I really, really love the idea. I do think there's one thing I'd probably change. So it kind of cuts the jersey in half. The mountain peak, having that white in between the burgundy and their specific blue. I saw a jersey concept somewhere where the peak, the middle of the jersey, it starts lower. So the A, first of all, I love that it's the A and it's still obviously a mountain. Doesn't go into the collar. I think a lot of people had issue with the white going into the collar and that it looked kind of goofy. I just think maybe if they lowered it a little bit, more centered as a jersey like, and then the burgundy on the bottom was more of like the burgundy, I don't know, like as far up as this, like this would be all burgundy. Mm-hmm. To me, I like it a lot. And the helmet experimented again with the logo thing, and I actually kind of like it better with the Avs. And the Avs also wore a blue helmet, which I think worked great, and blue pants. And I think it proved that it can work, those pants.
Okay. That's literally all I have to say about them.
I know a lot of people had issues with them. All right, the Dallas Stars.
Dallas Stars!
Yeah. So here's actually my first place Winter Classic jersey this year. The other one was my second favorite.
All right.
You start.
I'll start with the Stars. Homes, aways. This is the most basic hockey jersey template there is, with the few stripes on the sleeves in the middle.
Yeah, we see that a lot.
Then the bar at the bottom. Couldn't be more simple. I think when they went with this whole new rebrand of this color and this logo, they wanted to play it safe. So I think in years to come, they'll experiment more, and they have with jerseys like this. For the Stadium Series, you get the Stadium Series patch over here. I might as well.
You've got the Texas on the sleeve.
Yeah,
other sleeve has the big D.
The outline of Texas with D on it, and then in the collar you can't see it, but it's the state flag of Texas, and I got Sagan on the back because I love Sagan. But they're home and away. 3 colors: black, white, green. There's not too much to say. I do like that for the numbers and their names. It's color on color.
Yeah,
and there's no outline. I kind of like that.
Sure.
And I do like their use of black in the pants and helmet.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Other than that, I think very basic.
Yeah, I think so. I do like this rebrand. I actually disagree in that I feel like going with this color of green is kind of out there for hockey. Like, you don't see a lot of bright Kelly green in hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Here's where I would change them. Like you said, a little bit too template-y with the regular, just the regular home and away. Bring back the star,
Yes.
the act, like
Another
the
90s.
Mike Modano
Yes,
era.
yes.
Bring that back. Maybe with these colors, it could still work. Maybe a little bit more black, though. The white would probably be a smaller part. The white might turn to yellow if you.
As an alternate, they should just bring that back.
Absolutely,
completely.
And this is, I still think they did a really fun job with this because I
these
think,
are great.
To me, it looks like a Southern hockey jersey.
Yeah,
like
really.
Probably because of the text.
It's really, really cool.
And it's got. It might be hard to see
Silver.
from here. The silver out inline, I guess.
Yeah.
Really cool. Yeah, like I said, the Madonna era mixed with this color scheme. Although you might switch from white as that tertiary to yellow again, because I think they had that for a bit. And I think kind of like the Avs, that is just iconic. That star pointing up into the.
I will say their logos are great.
I do enjoy the logo. It's a good mix of the old North Stars and adding Big D.
D-Star.
But yeah, just generally, if I were ranking them and we've forgotten to give them our ratings, I'd give them like 2.5 raspberries out of 4.5.
I'd probably give them 3 Super Nintendo Entertainment Systems out of 5 Super Nintendo Entertainment Systems.
Okay, next. So we had Dallas.
Also, wait, last thing. They should have a black alternate.
Sure. We've got the Minnesota, formerly North Stars, Minnesota Wild. And let's get right into the cream. I love the cream.
Do you actually?
I do really like the cream on the home.
They use cream better than anyone.
Yeah, I'd probably say
Can
yeah.
I grab my jersey?
Yeah. So we have the old alternate. So a lot of the time, word marks are, kind of, they've been getting phased out. This word mark is really, really nice. Obviously not as like just the home.
The red really pops on that.
Because their logo, we agree that their logo is pretty cool. Their logo apparently is not very well liked.
I think it's become more well liked.
My gummy worms.
Yeah, I think Adidas did a great job. The aways are the same as it used to be,
They're
but
so fresh.
also the aways are beautiful. I need another Wild jersey.
Do you know why I think their aways are so beautiful?
Why?
So in addition to having a little bit of green in all different areas of the jersey, the logo pops so much on the white that it's
red numbers.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
Red
I like
on the
that.
collar. Yeah. The homes are great too. The all green. They just rock green very, very well.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like the red that much when they had it because green is their color.
Green is their color. I actually really liked their red alternate.
I like it as an alternate. I guess
as an alternate.
I didn't like. I think there was one year in the playoffs they just sometimes teams switch and like the Penguins did that. And I don't. First of all, I don't really like that. But that red is a good alternate.
I mean, the year that they debuted that jersey we just talked about,
They were wearing the red as a home.
They, the red was the home, and they wore that in the playoffs.
Yeah,
and it looked sick.
I just think because you think Minnesota and you think wilderness.
Yeah.
Hence the team name.
Yeah, the state of hockey. I think it's a shame they're not better.
Well, they were surging this year. They were one of the teams that really got victimized by the pause. The Minnesota, I think they've talked about maybe having the North Star as an alternate, but that's up in the air because technically that's not their history. That's Dallas's history. Yeah. So
I'd give it I honestly, their jerseys, 9 shower curtains out of 10 shower curtains.
I'd probably give it like 5 out of 3.
Okay.
So next we have St. Louis Blues. one of my favorites in all of hockey. I would have them top 3.
Yes.
Beautiful. Do you want to go?
Yeah, home, away, alternate.
No, I mean, do you want to leave?
Yeah. I'll see you later. Beautiful jerseys. I agree with you, Tommy. Top 3. I think only thing, maybe like the pants. They're just all navy. Could be a little bit more creative.
Pants look really nice on the alternate.
On the alternate, yeah. These jerseys are great. Also, with the away jerseys, they have navy pants, which kind of blends out the last navy bar.
On both the home and the away.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you think this would be a team that could experiment more effectively with yellow pants?
No. This is one of those things that yellow should always stay like in the background. Blue is your color. You're the Blues.
I think it's funny that we come from also a soccer background, and in soccer you usually see the color of the pants, the color of the shorts be different than the color of the jersey.
Yeah.
But in hockey, more often it's the same.
Yeah.
So I like to experiment with different colored pants where I can. Not in real life. I only wear black. Just the right amount of so it's got 2 different tones of blue, but it works really well. You got the dark and the light. The logo is the dark so that it pops on the lighter blue. The yellow and the white are spaced basically there to be the divider between the 2 different types of blue. The logo is one of the best in hockey.
Yes.
I would say, because they also, another team that's I think always had the same logo.
Yeah.
And the alternate, I adore that it started out as the Stadium Series from a few years ago. Now it's an alternate with that much brighter blue, but the yellow pops more and the white pops more. I know some people...
You have this jersey.
Yeah. Some people have argued maybe this should be the regular home.
Nah.
But they I think they already
it's a great
have...
alternate. It's
because the home, like I said, one of my favorite parts of the home is having the 2 different types of blue divided. It's tough to make that work.
These are, I think, top 3 in the league. Beautiful jerseys all around. Let's go to the next one.
Sure. Winnipeg Jets. Short history of the new team coming over from Atlanta. To me, I think it's my favorite logo in all of hockey.
Really?
Yeah.
You are so stupid.
So you've got the basically it's similar to I think the Canadian Air Force logo, and you have the maple leaf in the background. I love it so much. They're away. Another team that has 2 different tones of blue in their jersey, having that lighter blue on the bottom of the jersey so that the pants don't bleed into it. Great. Love that. Maybe the Leafs can toy with that.
Another blue.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
Listen, I know it's kind of out there, but all right, so the away and the home, both beautiful. You've got a little bit more, you got 2 bars on the arm so that the arm is a little bit more taken up. You've got really nice alternate logos on each shoulder, so that the you've got not too busy, but you've got every area of the uniform kind of it's effectively blended. I think the real one to talk about, because they're home and away are so obviously good, is the alternate, which was met with not a lot of praise at the beginning. We have an old New York Jets sweater that looks like it's the same exact font, and that's really funny. But they went with that brighter blue. They still have the darker blue to just at a very small margin just to divide the white. I actually have grown into liking this as a decent third. What do you think?
Yeah, I at first I think I was with the vast majority. I was confused and just kind of just caught off guard by it. I think. I think if this jersey had their normal logo, it would look a lot better. And I have nothing against them using their 3rd color as an alternate, because I've said that time and time again. But yeah, I think it's just the logo that just caught everyone off guard. Just the script Jets. The design is pretty basic, just a thick bar on each sleeve and then on one on the bottom.
much more of like a basic jersey design.
Yeah, they're not terrible. Like it's nowhere near like Tampa alternate bag.
Like I don't think I would buy it because it's just very simple.
Yeah. If anything, I'd buy their white. I think their white jersey is their best jersey by far. But again, pretty simple. Yeah.
All right. And I believe that's it. One,
Are you sure?
2, 3. Oh my God, we forgot the Predators.
Oh.
We're doing the Predators now. The Predators. I think I tried to forget because I feel like they. So it's not terrible, but the yellow helmets are a problem.
Horrible.
I know Nashville has a real big hockey identity now, which I love, and that's really cool because I love if a Southern market can get into hockey, it's really fun to watch. Their marigold, whatever way you say it, they're yellow, fantastic as the the main color. Really effective use of navy on the shoulders, and not on the shoulders, on the sleeves, and at like the belt level. But it does go right into blue pants, so it does kind of disappear a little bit. But at the same time, I don't think you're going to get away with yellow pants.
No.
I guess if there was one team that would attempt it, it would be them. Because they've already tried the yellow helmet. Obviously, pants is more of a leap of faith. The yellow helmet, they used to have the navy helmet. It looked a lot better. The away, I think you really like the away, right?
Yeah, for some reason, so I've said before, I don't really like yellow on white. But for some reason, I actually, at first, I did not like either of these jerseys at all. I think because I loved their old jerseys, the ones that they were in the cup with.
That the Quinnipiac design.
Yeah, my home school of Quinnipiac. I don't think we have the jersey here, but yeah, Quinnipiac had the same design and the same colors as the Predators.
I'll pull it up just for memory's sake. They had like I think they called it ribbing back then, like down sort of on the armpit area. Some white to break up a little bit the yellow, and they had I don't know. It's actually not that different when you look at it. The white, instead of dividing the blue from the right on top of the yellow and the blue, is inside of the blue, which is kind of interesting. The away, I think, I like the fact that the away uses more blue in the old versions, and I'd like to see the blue come back to the current.
They
away.
need a blue alternate.
Yes,
again.
I think we agree. They wore it as a regular home for a bit.
Those are
They
sick.
didn't have a yellow.
Those are sick.
And I do
silver.
appreciate those. I think the silver works with the blue. David Legwand is what we're looking
Those jerseys
at.
look really cool. And you know what's
maybe-
crazy is they barely used to use any yellow.
Yeah.
And now they're all yellow.
So I think you bring back the dark blue and get some yellow in there, get some silver in there.
Their secondary logo is just NP.
Yeah. Is that the shoulder? Oh, that's the pant logo.
But all right, so talking about their jerseys now, their alternates.
The Winter Classic this year.
Their Winter Classic jersey that they wore against the Stars. I was actually, when I got this jersey, it was very close between that Predators jersey and this.
And then I almost got the Predators, and then I got a different jersey from the Pacific Division.
Yeah, you did. But I think these jerseys are really nice. They're really cool, just like they have a hint of throwback to them, but they're also like updated. And I love the bottom, where it's not just one solid bar. There's a couple lines. The only critique I have maybe is that it's just like too many words, or
you mean the word mark instead of the logo?
The word, yeah.
So here's where I think they were going for that. I think they were trying to go with a college football look. And obviously in the South, that plays really well.
Well, apparently they got it from the Kansas City.
Oh, from one of the older...
older hockey team.
But I think, because it does remind me a little bit as a uniform of like a college football type uniform. Yeah. It does look like Michigan a little
And
bit.
they played at Notre Dame Stadium.
Yeah. So, Yeah, no, I would, because I'm the one here that likes to experiment with jerseys a little bit and have them be a little bit more outside the box. I'd be all for some of these Southern teams trying a little bit of a college football-y type look.
Maybe.
Just to mix it up, because, like I said, if you have tradition, then maybe go with that. But a lot of the Southern teams are relatively new, and you create your tradition.
Exactly. And I think the Predators have done that really well. I really like both their home and away jerseys. I got to get one of them. How do we not have, like, more Predators stuff?
I don't know. I guess we grew up with them just being,
We almost forgot about them.
decent but not great.
Yeah.
Their logo kind of fades into the background of the website.
That wraps it up for
Yep.
the Central Division.
Yep. Come back soon for the Pacific Division, which is one of my favorite divisions to talk about jerseys with. And yeah, like and subscribe. I give this video 3 dancing monkeys out of 2.